SEC basketball returns in prime time on a Wednesday night, and welcome to Rocky Top for this top 15 showdown between the Missouri Tigers and the Tennessee Volunteers. It's number 15 versus number 4 in front of this capacity crowd. Thompson Bowling Arena, Food City Center, the place to be. Gators to Rocky Top, and you send them home with a 20-point setback. Underway at Knoxville, the opening tap controlled by the Vols.
And the team in black will climb up into Tennessee all night long. One of the better pressure defensive teams in the country.
And what a turnaround season for Dennis Gates, year 3. 8 wins last year overall for the campaign. Ranked inside the top 15 so far this year. Okpara off the mark. He'll get it back. Never grazed the rim, and that's Ziegler from downtown. That's a great sign for Tennessee.
Yeah, the knee's okay, and so's his shot. Zakai Ziegler has struggled with his three-point shot, but kid's got a lot of courage.
Robinson, Biggs, Perkins, Pierce, Mitchell, the starting 5 for Mizzou. The return of Ziegler and Milicic for Rick Barnes tonight, with Lanier the leading scorer. Three-pointer off the mark. Joshua Gray inside check.
Dennis with Ziegler not available.
He's had some moments this year too. You go back to the game winner against Illinois in December.
Good cut.
On cue, high off the glass.
Yeah, Roy, you got to do that against that Missouri pressure. You got to burn it off, man, with some back cut. Very difficult to get driving angles on Tennessee. They are so good at staying in front of the ball and staying out of a defensive rotation. Talking about Tennessee.
Tony Perkins from deep, and that's all net. Mizzou finally on the board.
You can't make a mistake on that high ball screen, and that is Rick Barnes every day.
Here's Cruz, who just checks in. Off the back iron, Gray, a clean rebound right over the top of Dubois.
Now, Cruz and Lanier played a couple of years together at North Florida, and just
team struggling with turnovers and outside shooting to begin. Mark Mitchell, massive jump stop outside to Perkins. He's hit 2 threes, and Mizzou has its first lead. So now an 8-0 run by the Tigers. Strength of 2 threes by Tony Perkins. Missouri's been one of the bigger surprises in the country this year. Okpara, good look inside, high-low, and it's 8-7.
His hands have gotten better as the year's gone on. Talking about Okpara. Wow. Right up your backside, right? Yeah, but in this league, man, it's so hard to get the ball that close to the rim. You've got to finish. It's the second most athletic league in the world behind the NBA.
Perkins feeling it. That's another 3, his 3rd.
You can.
9 minutes in, 13-7. These two teams have played some absolute classics over the years. And Lanier, his first points, leading scorer for Tennessee at almost 18 per. Who knows what that NCAA tournament selection Sunday is going to feel like for this conference. All the teams are going to have a legitimate shot to make the dance. Grill from downtown, silky smooth.
I told you, guard him when the plane lands. They gamble, but it pays off more than not.
Milicic wide open. Big response for UT.
As we know, it's a Tennessee team only shooting 30% from the three-point line. And then any three-point shot they get is extra.
Barrett double team. High off the glass, gets the bounce. Unexpected offense off of Dennis Gates.
Now Missouri goes to a zone look. Tennessee's got to recognize it, get that ball to the logo, and play inside out. That's a good touch.
Milicic, the elbow jumper.
You do not settle for a 3 against that Missouri zone. You find the sweet spot and make them pay.
Jimmy, this game was 5-0 Tennessee, almost 6 minutes in, it felt like. Then Mizzou just turned on the gas. And it's been no break so far. Barrett outside to Cruz. Another 3.
Cruz and Grill are
shooter in practice. Yeah. They've been waiting for him to cut it loose on game day. Lead at 7. Here's Milicic. And now Meshack wide open. What the bounce!
But he shot it with confidence.
Marshall on the floor for the first time for the Tigers. They are going 10-11 deep tonight. Deal with this Tennessee pressure. And Marshall, a couple of grown man moves up and in, and Big 21 says hello. Into Dennis Gates' program. He's got some bigs. can battle you inside, and they've produced this year on offense. The lob to Phillips. I feel like I'm going to read that quote in the Tennessee notes in the next couple of weeks. The dadgum effort for Cade Phillips.
I say dadgum because Roy Williams is there tonight. Watch out.
Milicic inside, the block on one end, the dunk on the other.
And again, fed by Cade Phillips. Good things happen for Tennessee when he's on the floor.
The lead was 1-7. It's down to 2. Here's Warwick. Throws it up and in with a mid-range.
They are. Well, Cade Phillips is a threat. He's going to be the second guy that kind of goes to the rim, plays possum to start with. He just rolls right in front of it. Great explosiveness. Cade Phillips, one of the better athletes. John Thompson. I say George John Thompson. Not a lot of sleep last night.
You did good to make it to the shoot-around today. I was impressed.
I did, yeah.
Coming in hot from Oxford, and Dubar. Foul went down last year, and you mentioned how frequently they're in touch. It's an amazing relationship.
Very steady team within the game. There's no expression from those guys when they get bad calls. He's a terrific leader of men, much like his mentor, Leonard Hamilton.
Dubar missed a pair of free throws. Now 5 of 12 in that department this season. Warwick sizes up another mid-range.
Boy, not afraid to. Boy, Gray has given Missouri a physical presence around the rim that they did not have last year.
Deep three, on the way, and down it goes for Warwick.
You can never be surprised by Missouri 3, never.
With that deep one made moments ago. Out of the timeout, Missouri has its largest lead. Jimmy Dykes, Roy Philpott call it 9. Phillips a bounce pass to Mashack.
But Missouri's making Tennessee work so hard
The last 3 years.
where this is a stacked zone. Those guards up top taking turns, covering up that nail area.
Ziegler with 1-3, now 2.
Though he knows I was messing with him. One thing you can never say about Zakai Ziegler, he's too tired to play.
Ziegler,
Whoa.
how about the moves? Phillips, no. Mitchell bothered that dunk attempt just enough. It's Pierce that snuck in there as Phillips, 54% at the line. Phillips continues to gut it out with that injured shoulder. You see the brace on that left shoulder. Missed a pair. The lead remains at 4. Give and go, Mark Mitchell with authority, rejected by Phillips.
Message on the other.
Mashack called for the infraction. Mitchell at the night in college basketball, top 15 showdown. It is lit.
Short clock to work with.
Timer down to 5. Mashack an opening with a path off glass. In and out and back in.
Boy, Tennessee's very determined.
Here's Grill. Needed an edge and couldn't get the shot off. Pierce off the hesitation. And the reverse.
Wait, Tennessee did a good job of running Missouri off the three-point line. And Pierce, instead of settling for a tough three, made a play out of the corner.
Statement half once again for Mizzou on the road against a top 5 team. 6-point lead, shot clock is off. And Ziegler fires the pass out of bounds.
What, the 8th turnover for Tennessee in the.
Tigers not backing down from this Tennessee challenge.
They're going to get a good look.
Here's Bates off the front of the iron. 34-28. I don't envision Rick Barnes as a guy that went into the locker room, was yelling at his guys at the break. I mean, what do you tell him? Just make sure you're stronger with the ball?
Yeah, absolutely. No pass can be a habit pass in this game.
Bates from downtown. Milicic, and that was Bates. He snuck in at the last minute. Perkins hasn't missed a field goal tonight, and he will shoot 3. Mashack bumped him on the blow-by.
Not adjusted to the speed or the pressure. I go back to Missouri in the Kansas game back in December. Pressure got to him.
First miss of the night at the line or from the field.
Will be there for the entire 2 hours plus, as long as he's on the sidelines.
Ziegler made 2 threes in the first. Milicic inside. Banks it home.
Well, that's what Rick Barnes wants to do.
Brill was effective in the first half. 5 points coming off the bench. And the 1-3 and the 1 dunk. Lob to Okpara. This time the flush.
Yeah, Tennessee went to their floppy action. They were trying to run their shooters off the...
Mitchell. Monster drop step. And Pierce comes away with it. Now Bates off the pump fake, drains a 3.
They are as good as we have in this league at those reload threes. They get that offensive glass, man. They find those spotted up shooters. Great efficiency on their offensive rebound threes.
Lead is back to 10. Here's Ziegler. Spins it off the glass and a chance for 3.
Yeah, he's a tough little cuss, man. Talking about Zakai Ziegler.
Good tonight. And the 2 threes, and now Okpara taps it to Lanier. Ziegler. Milicic twice. 3rd time's a charm.
Right, great job by Okpara, though, to get out in front of the play and be the initial guy for the touch. And Thompson Bowling now for the first time tonight having an impact.
Mitchell fouled on the way up by Okpara. Nearly 13 per game this year. And really
a hyper aggressive team in black.
to 37. Milicic, 1 possession game.
And a mistake made by Missouri.
2 old teammates at North Florida, and Lanier won that battle. Here's Ziegler. 3rd 3 of the night, we're tied.
I don't know if Dennis won't take a timeout because the next dead ball is the media timeout.
Mitchell collects on Okpara, draws the contact again.
It's the 9th time in the last 10 games over 19,000. They're used to playing in pressure-packed games, 2 extremely hard-nosed, tough teams with no back down from either one.
Bulls regain the lead for the first time. Gainey from the corner again. Here's Perkins.
Well, that's simple, good action, though, call by Rick Barnes to get Gainey open.
Mitchell on the attack, and the tap in by Cruz.
And you cannot play any harder than both.
This time Gainey off the bounce. To Ziegler on Perkins. Gray the rebound.
They have numbers.
Ahead to Bates. And he's going to shoot 2.
Tamar Bates is a leading scorer. Haven't called his name a lot, but I was impressed.
Indicates a lot of confidence. He's really stepped up even more so in that vocal department for his head coach this year. Questionably, one of the leaders. Back iron for Lanier, the tip in by Milicic.
So 3 possessions in a row, Rick Barnes has gone to just a simple pin down action. Twice for Gainey for an open 3, once for Lanier.
Tied at 48, Igor Milicic with 16 points coming back from the flu. Perkins connects.
Tough shot maker because he had to fight to get to that jump spot. And Okpara switched out on him, just rose right up over the 7-footer.
Lanier gets it back. That's a 3.
I don't know who shoots it quicker.
And it's going up. The block by Okpara.
The long arm of the law at the rim, right?
Well, this game has seen a little bit of everything, and now Milicic was tied up under the bucket with Gray. Okpara able to catch cleanly. Inbounds pass from Ziegler. Tennessee back to work.
Man, every possession is magnified in a game like this.
Lanier, the quick trigger again. That's another 3. 8 at 4.
Remember, you got to stay in front of the ball against Missouri.
Grill contested three. Banks it in.
Wow, that's what a guy like that can do. I know he banked it in, but that's a guy that can just light you up, man. Great shooters get bounces, and great shooters sometimes can bank one in under pressure.
Gainey to dunk down to Akpara.
That curl action is so hard to handle because you're going to step up on Gainey. Now the big is free at the rim.
Here's Perkins off the double team. A block by Akpara, straight to Gainey.
Drove it right into a shot blocker, did Perkins. Shoot it.
Milicic has not missed tonight. Ziegler continues the hot hand.
I think Zakai Ziegler.
Bulls have their largest advantage. Milicic. Mitchell chases it down with 8 on the timer. Mark Mitchell rejected by Akpara.
Great teams, Roy. They fix the problem within the game, not the next game. And Tennessee's turnover issues much more cleaned up in the second 20 minutes.
Only 2 turnovers after 8 in the first 20. Bates, a calm finish, high off the glass.
I love Bates. Right now, he's shooting 54% from the field, 44% from the three, 95 from the line. That's an unbelievable mark.
How about the dish by Akpara? He missed the slam.
The ones you got to make, right?
And a foul was called. 6 points tonight, 4 rebounds.
And maybe only give up 1.
Here's Marquez Work. By himself, went on a 7-0 run in the first half tonight. McGrill wanted that one. Didn't take it, the floater. Somehow got it to go.
I think you're guarding
with what we've seen so far. Milicic on the move and the finish.
You talk about a...
You think back 2 years ago in this arena, it came down to a buzzer beater from Mizzou from 3. And DeAndre Golson near off the mark. Phillips, right place, right time.
He makes good plays, Kate. All of a sudden you look up, this thing's a 7-point advantage for Tennessee.
Largest lead for the Vols. Here comes Wart. And Gainey clipped him.
Well, you don't want to bail out a guy taking a tough 2, and Gainey did.
2,400 coming into tonight. So you think about Wart, and then we made...
He plugged in some key holes in the portal. And it's hard for me to imagine that there's 14 teams better than Missouri. Watching them for the first time tonight.
Ball's back to work. Ziegler, the path, draws the contact. Dunk shot. I said, how did you stay so even keel last year? Just about every day, and of course for those that missed the memo, Leonard Hamilton has been instrumental. Twice his season average. Bishop Boswell on the floor. Crossover by Zakai, he was fouled. Marcus Allen. Everything changed.
Roy, it's 2 hard-nosed. He's got his plate full in the middle of the season. He goes to...
It's made its way through this Tennessee program the last 2 weeks. Allen the spin, and Allen will shoot 2. Phillips was trying to protect the rim, and Marcus Allen, 25, top 15.
Top 15 team, 5 straight games against top 15.
Do you think? The glass and 2 strong in the steal by Bates.
And they got numbers. Milicic trailing the play. It's 5-on-4.
Perkins to Bates, and ripped away in a foul.
Yeah, Lanier.
Missed the front end of the one. It skipped you and fell right in my lap. 9-point game and a foul. Akpara trying to spot Milicic cutting across the... He'll get the bump. That's one thing this time of year, January, February, and those illnesses start to kind of creep through your roster.
He's as well as anybody in this league. If you're Tennessee, you put pressure now on those shooters, and if they're making twos, fine, but you don't want to give up threes. You don't want to foul against a guy that's a non-scoring threat 20 feet from the rim. The Tennessee bench saying the same.
4 years in the SEC. Banked in the free throw. He stepped up in the leadership department as well for Dennis Gates.
The best they can. They're trying to scramble the game right now, flying around.
Gainey on Grill. Milicic. The rotation is beautiful, and a foul on Perkins.
Yeah, absolutely, Roy. Great call. I mean, Tennessee got that right. Sleeps.
Well, he said, this league is so good. I'm going home. I'm watching
shots. They can beat anybody as well. Man, Chris Beard's defense was.
And breaking news, Tamar Bates has missed 2 free throws in the last 2 minutes. The lob on slams it home.
Wow! D came off of it knowing exactly what he was looking for. You threw that thing above the square, and Okpara went and got it. Man, the ability and the craftiness of Zakai Zeigler going
the rim tonight. He didn't miss that one.
Nah, he's playing his best basketball as a fall. To your point, he's missed a few, but he is really starting to play the game with confidence on both ends.
Missouri led in the second half, 39-28, and since then it has been all Tennessee. Barrett the reverse, no, and Gray was tripped up, and he's in pain.
How about Josh Gray? One black shoe, one white shoe.
Almost banked that one in. Grill's going to chase down the rebound, and Gray finally hauls it in.
And just not strong with the ball, Tennessee. And that Missouri hot hands, again, one of the best in the country at getting steals.
Bates open for a moment. That's a 3, so a 4-point possession. Zakai, the hesitation. Empty possession for Tennessee. Perkins, Barrett the reverse, and the lead just like that down to 8.
Man, they run that ball up the court with so much speed.
Under 3 minutes remaining.
You want to stay aggressive, but use clock if you're Tennessee.
Here's Lanier, the mid-range. Perkins a rebound. Tigers on the move. And Grill's going to be fouled. Team standing, Grill at the line. Chance to make it a 2-possession.
The enthusiasm they circle up with another offensive rebound by Missouri off of a free throw has changed this game.
It's the 6'4 Perkins in traffic. Lead at 7. Bates directing traffic.
Well, you cannot let Grill or Bates get one off.
He'll get one off. It's off to the left. And Gainey tracks it down in the corner.
Good job by Zeigler to be right there in the grill of Bates on the release. And Rick Barnes will put you in a meat grinder right now. He'll use that clock and pound that thing inside at the end of the possession. A trusted handler up top with Zeigler that you would expect would not turn it over under pressure.
With Bates right on top of him. With the size advantage. 2 to shoot. Zeigler, Milicic. Off the mark. Tracked down by Perkins. Ahead to Bates. Blocked by Milicic.
Yeah, they'll look at this one. Grill.
A bounce pass into Barrett. Sling it over to Grill. Here's Bates attacking the rim with bad intentions. And
all the time in the SEC, you've got to expect and win those.
Bates now 4 of 6.
The pressure's coming. Tennessee has to be extremely strong with the ball and don't expect a whistle to bail out contact.
And Barrett called for the foul. Gainey tried to spring free. And he looks at Jordan Gainey. He's proud of him as he is in and out.
Nope. You're Tennessee, you get up outside that three-point line right now defensively and switch high.
Still a lot of time left. Grill picked up by Gainey. The skip to Barrett. That's a 3. Almost banked it in. Well, I'm not sure that that's the shot they wanted. They got it. It was a clean look. And Okpara going to be hammered by Perkins.
They just got it to the wrong guy.
Our guy Paul Biancardi, director of college basketball recruiting, splashes home the second. Okpara with 12 and the lead back to 8. Approaching a minute to play. Bates has to go. A step back triple. Drains it.
And big time shot by Bates. Okpara got switched off.
Lead back to 5. And the Vols defeat the full court pressure. Gainey double teamed and finally fouled by Barrett. Go. And Gainey comes up clutch again. Missouri heads back home after this game tonight at 8 points. And in this league, the hits just keep coming from one game to the next. It's going to be another top 25, top 15 team coming to town. And Bates back to the line. Bates 4 of 6 at the line tonight. The road Saturday afternoon in Norman at Oklahoma. Bates. Here ahead to Gainey. The lead precious seconds off the clock. Shot clock down to 16. And finally, Ziegler going to be fouled by Bates after missing a game. And he's been phenomenal.
Yeah, he has.
Over on ESPN2. Ziegler with 21. Under 30 seconds remaining. And Perkins is going to be pushed by Milicic. Doing a handful of other teams right on the Vols' trail.
For Tennessee to get it in.
Into Milicic, fouled by Bates quickly.
A good job by Zakai Ziegler. He probably took Roy an extra step backwards.
Tigers back in it. They were down 14. Neither team. 1 of 2 for Milicic. Igor with 21. Both teams with 1 timeout remaining. Touchdown pass is caught by Perkins. Over to Cruz, and that's a triple.
What a play.
83-79.
Home run play. The pass, the catch by Perkins was phenomenal. And to find Cruz sprinting into it from transition.
Somewhere out of the Bryce Drew playbook in 1998. NCAA tournament. And Gainey's going to be fouled quickly.
Boy, to pull that play off.
In and out, and finally it taps out. Oh, here, 86-85 at the buzzer. Gainey drops home the second. He's got 9. Here comes Mizzou. Perkins has to go. Here's Cruz with 8 points. Too strong. Gainey corrals.
A great job. A great job by Felix.
When the stakes are even a little bit higher, and they were high tonight, both teams. And known that about the Vols. They've been #1 in the land earlier this season. Mizzou, we are learning and understanding what the Tigers are going to be capable of, and it surely has the chance to be a special season in Columbia.
And you just got to get it in.
And Grill got his fingertips on it for a moment. And that'll do it. Dennis Gates, Rick Barnes shaking hands near midcourt. And the first win versus Mizzou here in Knoxville since way back 2019, 85-81.
Game of the night in college basketball, and it delivered.
It certainly did. For Jimmy Dykes, I'm Roy Philpott.